Ahoj, tady Lenka, zdravím vás dneska večer při naší cooking show. A většina toho dneska se bude odehrávat v angličtině, ale než se do té angličtiny pustím, tak udělám to, čemu se říká anglicky housekeeping, neboli pár organizačních věcí. Tedy dneska je naše druhé vysílání. Pro vás, kteří jste byli i včera, tak chci upozornit, že jsem v naší skupině na Facebooku připravila lekce. A každý den po tom našem vysílání, respektive ten následující den, uspořádám všechny materiály do jednotlivých lekcí. Takže pokud ještě v té skupině nejste, tak najděte na Facebooku skupinu Mluvte anglicky bez obav, přidejte se do ní, já potvrdím váš vstup a najdete tam potom všechny materiály, ale také další věci, které se tam budou dít, které nikde jinde nenajdete. Protože momentálně vysíláme na 3 různých místech, vysíláme do skupiny. Zdravím všechny, kteří se už do skupiny přidali, ale můžete mě sledovat taky na facebookové stránce Lights Camera English a dokonce se mě daří vysílat přímo i na YouTube. Ale pro vás, kteří se díváte na YouTube nebo na facebookové stránce, tak mám to upozornění, že nebudu pořád vysílat na všech 3 místech, protože je to technicky trošku náročné, jenom chci, aby co nejvíc lidí mělo příležitost se o těchto vysíláních dozvědět a aby se přidali do té skupiny, kde se toho děje ještě víc a kde právě najdete taky všechny materiály pohromadě. Tedy pro ty z vás, kteří ještě ve skupině nejste, najděte na Facebooku skupinu Mluvte anglicky bez obav, přidejte se a budete si moci se mnou užívat angličtinu v karanténě. Každý den budeme mít připraveného něco. V pondělí a ve čtvrtek to budou věci pro méně pokročilé studenty. Jeden den tedy už máme za sebou. Doufám, že vy, kteří jste byli se mnou i včera, už máte udělaný domácí úkol. V úterý a v pátek potom budou vysílání pro pokročilejší studenty. Většina toho vysílání bude v angličtině, za chvilku se k tomu dostaneme. A ve středu potom interaktivní setkání, ve kterém budeme moci všichni mluvit. Tedy nejenom já, jako dneska nebo včera, ale budete mít příležitost se také přihlásit, abyste si třeba vyzkoušeli právě nahlas říct ty domácí úkoly. Protože naše skupina se jmenuje Mluvte anglicky bez obav a abyste mohli mluvit anglicky, tak to musíte začít zkoušet, i když to třeba ze začátku nejde. Takže úkoly, které vám budu dávat, budou mít vždycky nějakou složku mluvící, abyste si to trošku vyzkoušeli, abyste si zkusili věty sformulovat a pak právě každou středu budeme mít příležitost si to vyzkoušet opravdu i v tom vysílání. Anyway, I hope you're fine in this crisis situation. I hope that you're doing fine. I hope that you are safe. And let me know in chat whether you went to work today or whether you stayed at home. So let's be a little bit interactive. And I want you to let me know in the chat what you were doing today. Let me know. Did you go to work or did you stay at home? How was it? It was like the 2nd day of the quarantine and things are tough. Nobody is used to this. So let me know in the chat. I cannot answer the chat when I am broadcasting, so don't expect me to react to your messages, but I will read it afterwards. Today, what I prepared is a cooking show. I'm no Jamie Oliver, but I want to do a mug cake with you. And because it's a cooking show, I am going to wear an apron. Okay, so this thing that I'm going to put on myself is an apron. And we're going to start right now. We're going to make mug cake. Now, mug cake is a very simple kind of cake that's prepared in a mug and in the microwave. Now, what is a mug? This is a mug, right? Or this is a mug. You might know the word cup, right? But cup is the thing that you drink tea at 5 o'clock with your pinky like this, and it's got a saucer under it. This kind of thing that you use for drinking is called a mug. Okay, so mug cake is a cake from a mug, and a mug is what you're gonna need tonight. So if you have a mug in your cupboard, take a mug. I'll tell you what kind of mug you need. You need a cylindrical mug, one that goes straight up like this, okay? Or one that slightly opens, that's bigger here than here, that at the bottom, okay? These mugs work fine. I do not recommend a mug like this because it changes shape. That would not work. Okay, so not a mug like this. I would not recommend a mug like this because the shape is very irregular. That would not work well. And I quite certainly do not recommend a mug like this. Okay, it's closing, yeah, it's conical. We don't want that. So a mug like this or something like this would work. So get a mug from a cupboard where you have your mugs, pick one. And just a word of warning, this cup, this mug is fine because it's cylindrical, but it's got this golden decoration, yeah? And remember that microwaves do not like gold. So this one has got good shape, but because of golden decoration, we cannot use it. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. It's kind of small. It's about 200 milliliters. So if you want to use your mug, you might need to adjust the ingredients. So this is about 200 milliliters. So that's the first thing I'm gonna use. A mug. I need a tablespoon. This is a tablespoon. A teaspoon. And I need a measuring spoon. Okay, so I have a mug and I have 3 kinds of spoons. I have measuring spoon, I have tablespoon, and I have teaspoon. So these are the utensils that I will need. All right. Now the ingredients. First, we're going to need flour, right? This is flour. Well, watch out. Flour is spelled like this. This is flour, not flour, right? The pronunciation is the same, but this is what we need. This kind of flour, okay? And you see what kind of flour I have, right? Because we have different kinds of flour here in the Czech Republic. So flour, that's one thing we're gonna need. Then you're gonna need cocoa powder, and sugar. And I have a little trick. If you don't want to use cocoa powder and sugar, you can also use our very own Granko, right? Granko will do just fine. So either cocoa powder and sugar or Granko. Then you need a pinch of salt. Now mine is pink. You don't need pink salt. Can you see the color? It's pink, but normal salt is just fine. So that's salt. And then you need a little bit of baking powder. Okay, baking powder. This is baking powder. All right. Then we need milk. And we need oil. So these are just ordinary ingredients that I suppose you all have at home. And this is optional, but it's gonna work really good. I use peanut butter. Can you see? It's peanut butter. Yeah. You can also use Nutella. If you have Nutella at home, you can use Nutella or peanut butter. And I also like, one more thing, I like to use cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce, but you can use any jam, okay? Like strawberry jam, raspberry jam, that's fine. I just like cranberry, so I will use cranberry. Ready? Now, again, I would like to know, again, let me know in the chat if you're going to cook with me, okay? Write if you have all these ingredients and if you are going to cook with me. Are you ready to cook? Say yes in the chat. Are you ready to cook along with me? Let me know in the chat because we are going to start right now. Okay, so I have my mug here, and first ingredient is this. Do you remember what it's called? It's flour, right? So first we'll use flour, and I use my measuring spoon. My measuring spoon is 50 milliliters, 50 milliliters, okay? So this measuring spoon is 50 milliliters. So I scoop flour a little bit over my measuring spoon, okay? Just a little bit more than 50 milliliters. There we go. That's flour. Next, I can either use cocoa and sugar, cocoa powder and sugar, 2 tablespoons each. 2 tablespoons cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons sugar. I am going to use Granko because it's easier. Granko instead of cocoa and sugar. And let's see. 1 spoon, and that's tablespoon. 2. Very good. 3. And 4. Okay. 4 tablespoons of Granko. That's this. Now, the next ingredient I'm gonna need is this. You remember what it's called? It is baking powder. Baking powder, and I'm going to like a quarter of a teaspoon, maybe a little less. So teaspoon baking powder and maybe a quarter of a teaspoon right in there. So I added flour, Granko or cocoa powder and sugar, and baking powder. I added it into my mug, and now I'm gonna mix it. Mixing a little bit so I have a nice mixture. And before I forget, we also need to add a pinch of salt. A pinch. For pinch, you use your fingers and just a pinch. Maybe 2. Just a pinch of salt. Okay, and I'll mix it in. All right. Now I have a nice mixture in my mug, and I'm going to add some milk. Okay, how much milk, you ask? I take my, you remember what this is called? What is this again? It's spoon, and it's measuring spoon. It's a measuring spoon because I measure with this spoon, so it's called a measuring spoon. Milk, and I need 1 measuring spoon. Remember, it's 50 milliliters. 1 measuring spoon, and a tablespoon, 1 tablespoon of milk extra. Okay, now it's getting a little bit full, so I'll mix it in. Okay, nice. Mix it in. That's good. And the next ingredient I'm gonna use is oil. Now I have sunflower oil, any kind of vegetable oil will do, whatever you have, just regular oil. Okay, and I will add 2 spoons, tablespoons of oil. Perfect. And now all I need to do is just mix it a little so that I have a nice homogeneous mixture. Okay, mixing again. Are you cooking along? Are you doing what I'm doing? Is anybody joining me? Now I have my assistant here. Is anybody cooking along? Yay! I am so happy. Good. So how is it going? How is your mixture looking? Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Looking good. Okay. I'm not going to need this spoon anymore. So I have a mixture that looks about like this. I'm not sure. Can you see? Yeah. So it's still liquid. Yeah. It's not solid. It's still liquid. Okay. I hope it will work out. And last, and this is optional. Okay, you don't have to do it. This is good enough already. But something extra. For something extra, we're going to add peanut butter. You can also use Nutella. Nutella for me, it's too sweet. So I prefer peanut butter, but it's up to you. If you have peanut butter or Nutella, just use it. Just scoop a little bit. Oh, well, it's not a little bit, it's quite a lot. Peanut butter, and let it drop in there. Push it inside a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to use another spoon. And I also like using the cranberry sauce because the mixture, the sugar in there, it's sweet. If you use Nutella, it's sweet. Peanut butter, not so sweet, but still. Cranberry sauce is a little sour, right? The taste, when I taste it, it's not sweet, it's sour. And I like the contrast between the sweet and the sour. So I'm going to use cranberry sauce, just a little bit, maybe 2 spoons, maybe like this, cranberry sauce. If you have strawberry jam or raspberry jam, it's fine. But strawberry jam, again, is sweet, and I like the contrast between the sweet and the sour, so I prefer something that's more sour, but any kind of jam is fine. Okay, no mixing anymore. When the peanut butter and cranberry sauce or jam is in there, no mixing, just leave it as it is. And now the magic is going to happen because we're going to put it in the microwave. So this is my microwave here. I put this nice in the center, and then I use 600. I have no idea what that means. You need to figure it out for your own, with your own microwave. But it's quite high, okay? It's not low, it's high. And I'm going to use for 1 minute and 40 seconds. You need to test your own microwave, right? Your microwave is going to work differently, so you use your own microwave. And I just push start and we'll see what happens, right? There we go. So 1 minute, 40 seconds, roughly. I usually look through the window to see if it's rising. Yeah? As long as it's rising, it's not rising yet. But when it's rising, when it stops rising, it's just fine. All right, so we have 1 minute, 20 seconds. Let's go back to our ingredients, and I want you to tell me if you remember our ingredients. So we have still 1 minute. So it's a task for you right now. You have 1 minute to drop in the message what the ingredients were. Okay, so think what were the ingredients. I will show you some hints. So we needed this. We needed this and this, or this. We also needed a little bit of this, right? And a pinch of this, right? Then we used some of this and some this, and to make it extra special we added this and this. It's just about time. I'm going to have a look what it's looking like. I think it needs maybe 15 seconds more. We will see. Now I will check it through the window. Okay, it's still growing. So now the magic is happening. The cake is rising, and sometimes it spills over. I think it's ready. Now it's really hot, so yeah, I have to be careful when I'm taking it out. I will use a glove. Okay, there we go. All right. So you can have a look. It's not pretty, but it's good. Now, it doesn't look like a very fancy cake. It doesn't look like Sacher or anything. But it's really good. Yeah, so you see it's all bubbly. Yeah, there are little bubbles in there, and when it's still in the microwave it's bigger, right? It rises and raises and it's a little bit bigger. When you open the microwave it drops down a little, and that's fine, that's perfectly okay. Yeah, now I promised that this cake will be for my assistant, so I suppose now is the time for him to check if it's good. You know, we want another spoon, right? Yeah. Okay. So here is a clean spoon. It's still kind of hot, so be careful. I push it over to you. And I want you to take the first bite. Yeah. Good.
Amazing.
Is it good? You can also see all the technology that you're using. Okay. Try to dig a little bit deeper so we can see some of the goodies in there. Yay. Yay. Okay. So now, if you... Is it still hot? Yep, it's still hot. So I will use my glove. Little. Okay. So now you see a little bit of the cranberry sauce, a little bit of the peanut butter. You see that the texture is still moisty, right? It's not dry. It's still kind of gluey, right? And this is it. You see, it was just a couple of minutes, really, and our mug cake is done. Yeah. Don't worry, you can eat it later. I'm not gonna eat your mug cake. I can make my own. And you can too. Now, if you have children at home or if you're alone, this is just a quick fix, right? Because the ingredients are easy. You usually have them at home anyway. So when it's afternoon and or it's quarantine and you don't have anything fancy, just a mug cake. It's your quick fix. All right? Now I will let my assistant eat his mug cake, and I want to hear from you. So let me know if you were cooking along. I want to know what your mug cake looks like. So if you have a phone handy, you can snap a picture and you can post it in our group in the comments. I would love to see what your mug cakes look like. I hope I was successful, and now from now on you can make your own mug cakes. All right, just a really quick overview. One more time, I'll go over the recipe so that you know what you need and how much of each of the ingredients. Okay, so a quick recap. What we needed was flour, then we can use cocoa and sugar, or easier, if you have Granko, you can use Granko. And it's not product placement, I don't get any money from the Granko company. Then you use baking powder, and you use like 1/4 of a teaspoon. Then you need a pinch of salt, and mine is pink, but you need normal salt, it's just fine. Then you need milk, oil, and if you want to make it a little extra, you use peanut butter and some kind of jam, or as I did, cranberry sauce. I like cranberry sauce. Okay, so that's it for today. That's our cooking show. Again, please let me know how you were doing. What about your mug cakes? If you have any questions, just drop them in the chat box, and I will answer them. And let me know how your mug cakes worked out. I hope that you are going to have a feast tonight. So this was it for tonight. I will prepare some homework for you, so keep an eye on our Facebook group, Mluvte anglicky bez obav. In our Facebook group tomorrow I will post some homework. So for you intermediate students, you will have some homework as well. Okay, so that's the end of our English in quarantine cooking show. Now I'm going to switch to Czech again, just to say goodbyes to everyone. Doufám, že jste zvládali vařit se mnou. Mám potvrzeno, že několik z vás opravdu se mnou tu kuchařskou show strávilo taky vařením. Doufám, že vaše výsledky jsou povedené. Určitě mě dejte zprávu, vyfoťte svoje makejky a přidejte příspěvek do skupiny, ať vidím, jak se vám to daří. Zítra ode mě najdete domácí úkol, který se bude vztahovat k tomu dnešnímu vysílání a nezapomeňte, že zítra v 7, a jako po všechny ostatní dny, v 7 hodin večer budeme mít interaktivní vysílání. Jak to bude probíhat, to se dozvíte v příspěvku, který během dne umístím, protože technologii musím ještě trošku vyladit a vyzkoušet to, ale dozvíte se, jak se budete moci do vysílání taky připojit, abyste si to mohli vyzkoušet. A nebojte se ničeho, máte domácí úkoly, máte na ně ještě celý zítřejší den, takže pokud si chcete vyzkoušet i mluvení, pokud chcete vyzkoušet to, co jste se naučili včera, nebo to, co jsme si připravili dneska a co uděláte ještě za domácí úkol během zítřka, tak neváhejte, těšte se zase na zítřejší vysílání. Zítra to bude skutečný večírek, skutečná party, protože spolu budeme mluvit nejenom já na vás, ale i vy na mě. Pro dnešek tedy všechno. Užijte si krásně v rámci možností dnešní večer a budu se těšit na shledanou zítra. Stay safe and learn English.